Welcome to what we call Polotricks Tuesday. And of course, it is all about what is happening on the lovely island of St. Martin. Of course, I'm joined by the one, the only. And most of the time, and I should say most of the time, sometimes makes a decent point, but 99.9% of the time, kind of wrong. Earl Levens, what's up, my friend? What's up?
I'm good to be here, man. You sound like them St. Martiners, boy. You sound like a St. Martiner for real.
How you sound like
that? That out there, nothing you could do could be right to them. You could be absolutely 100%.
Listen, I blame you for the rain, okay?
And that's it sound like them.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're here with another episode of Polotricks Tuesday, Andrew. And first I would like to start with congratulating the fire department. You know, normally we just come out here, we just do a little bashing and you do a bashing, I just try to educate, but now I'm trying to congratulate and try to let people know what's actually going on with the
You're congratulating the firefighters who have been neglected for so long by the same prime minister who taken a picture with them in the middle next to a damn fire trucks like, hey, happy fire week.
But that's the benefit of life. That's the benefit
How's
of
the
life.
benefit of life
If
of you neglecting me all year?
The table's going to always turn. That's the benefit of life. Now it's firefighters week and now she got to see them. She can't run, she can't hide. And this is where they should have took the opportunity to let her know their gravity.
They're too soft. This is the
that
thing what I
is
don't
St.
like.
Martin for you.
Yeah, that's what I don't like.
Seriously.
I can't respect, and that's the same thing with the union, for example, who gave a woman's award. The union gave a woman's award of 2023 to the Minister of Justice. The same Minister of Justice. Who are they? Yes, of course she's a woman, but what? The same other union is fighting for police officers to get their pay. They have so much things that grievances with the ministries of justice, and you are going to award the minister because she's a woman.
Yeah, it's the what you want me to tell you, Andrew? It's the big feminist movement going on there. What you want me to tell you, Andrew?
Yeah, listen. And the thing is, right?
I just brace myself for it.
Yeah, I know, and I'm probably gonna, I'm probably gonna get ripped off, but I don't care. I'm not going to be a hypocrite and be standing in front of the government administration building with my firefighters, fighting the good fight, calling on the prime minister. Might as well you had give it to the prime minister because she's a woman. So then give it to the prime minister.
Oh man, and this is why it's politics. That's why we call this show politics. Because when the stuff we stay here is politics. It's politics, my buddy.
Yeah, but the union shouldn't be involved in that type of thing. And don't give a cookie to somebody who ain't doing their job properly.
So and what's going to happen? Because I have as a citizen of St. Martin, I have some concerns. Our biggest cultural festival coming up, I had to tell my sponsors them they don't got a choice. As long as you're eating on the back of St. Martin, people in St. Martin, the cultural festival shouldn't be looked at as something you actually gain from. It should be like something you give back to us, and so we're going to push forward with something, So I had to give them the speech as camaraderie, and then I hear the policeman and talking about they might not come to work, they might slow down, they might do what?
Yes, Earl.
They might do what?
Not show up for work, not support carnival.
This is.
This is where you catch them in the corner. This is where you catch the government in the corner because they've been dragging their feet all year. They've been given chances. Remember this, Earl. On the 15th of March, I'm going to make sure send out letters to all 700 workers of the Justice Ministry with the title and the amount of money they're supposed to be getting paid, so they have it on paper. The process is starting on the 15th. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the 28th.
Yes, sir.
And it looks like not everyone received their letter of placement and their correct salary that they're supposed to be getting. So then, at the end of the month, which the lawyer of the union, Carmex, and this is where I hope that he shows his balls, he puts it on the table, and he says, this is it, because it was the 15th, Before the 15th, they run to the governor, the chief of police, the minister of justice, top officials, and beg and pleaded with the union, please give us until the end of the month, please. We got to pass the budget, give us until the end of the month. The end of the month is here. Like Earl would say, where the money?
You know,
They want their money.
I totally understand. And it's a sad situation with the police because they just work hard, they just work. Well, you know, one thing about being a CEO of them SGs and you don't never know them, don't never hear them, you don't even know they work. You know, you can't justify the paycheck, them kind of ways. But the policemen, they just work, man. So why aren't they prioritized? Or
you see one of the police officers almost get slapped off earlier this weekend because they were trying to clear a scene and the guy was telling the guy, hey, listen, you need to come off the scene so that we could, you know, make sure that this is a safe area. And the guy, don't touch me! Move! Like no respect for the police officers. Man, and you expect these police officers to what? Walk for carnival? Wake up, Earl.
I do.
Hello?
I want to let it.
Hello?
I want to take.
I will squeeze you for carnival because you don't need me.
No, but listen, I want to take this time and take this on this platform and urge the policeman them to really and truly consider that stance because at the end of the day,
they want their money.
I understand you want your money, and we go fight with you. You know what I'm saying? After no, listen.
This is where they get to squeeze you, Earl.
I see the squeeze.
Because after carnival, why you ain't gonna worry with them again?
No, of course not. Come on.
Listen,
they got my attention.
I know they got attention now. I know they got attention now because carnival is coming up. We're gonna have a nice jubilee. We're gonna have.
You got my attention now, yes.
Wow. We get all kind of events. However, due to the violence, the recent rise in violence.
Yeah, that's a serious thing. That's a serious thing.
Due to the recent rise in violence, and the fact that we don't have enough police officers with the right tools, with the right equipment, with the right incentive, how do you expect them to protect us during this particular time?
This is what I'm saying.
And you're not taking care of them.
I agree.
Because
I'm urging them because, at certain things in certain instances, I support. Like, and certain strikes and certain activities or certain organization of strikes, I support because it motivates and it means something. This particular one, the one at the border, for example, the one at the border, all people know St. James, when we St. James and when we try to take this underground people, so all that we were at the airport, anytime the airport going on, we shutting down the flights, and for those are the constructive ones. You know why? Doesn't necessarily really and truly affect the local man directly like that. But if you're talking about we carnival, no, it's a sensitive, you got to understand it's a sensitive topic when you're talking about we carnival. You know, it's our cultural festival. We look forward to it. It's the time where I see most of the people them. I don't hardly see people them. But when it come carnival time, I see people them, I see my friend them, I see my family them, I see people. And it's a great avenue of
police have
to consider that this time
put
you're really gonna
aside.
Like the start.
Let carnival continue.
And then
afterwards,
we're gonna join with all you got.
Yeah, right. Earl, stop it. You know St. Martin people.
Well, that them, but
they will not be joining anybody after carnival because they let loose.
Because this is
they let go.
This is your act. This is okay. Okay. Let me take this route then. The police people of the police departments. I apologize for not being aware of what's going on with the situation as far as the pay is concerned. And it's kind of normal. I have a lot of stuff that I just be doing, and I'm kind of busy, but it's not an excuse, you know. I do care for what's going on in St. Martin, in the culture of St. Martin. I do care for what's going on with civil service. I do care for how the country progresses. I do care. That's why I'm here, you know. So I do apologize for not being fully aware of what's going on. The threat that y'all made.
I waited for the but. No, that's why. Go ahead.
The threat y'all made, and the consideration that I took into it, and see that it could happen is why I'm taking my time to speak on it because. No, yes, it's affecting the local person. No, yes, you're taking away our opportunity. And I mean, if you did it for awareness stunt, you got the awareness now. We here with you, you know. You got our attention. You got my attention. You got my full attention. No, tell me, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody got you at the gunpoint and saying, listen, you know, I say, okay, you want the money? Is the money you want? You know what I'm saying? Hold on, it's in the back pocket. I'm going to move my hand slowly. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit there. You know what I'm saying? We got to cooperate with this one. The man got us at gunpoint. You know, and I'm like, okay, let's negotiate
There's negotiation.
So,
There's no negotiation. It's very simple. Earl, understand this. Can you understand this?
Wow.
Can you understand this? Let me break it down for you, because maybe you were living under a rock or you wasn't.
I wasn't here, Andrew. That's
no
true.
problem. The police officers want their 50% from 2020 that they still are owed. So not even the placement and the position and paper and all those things. That one is long overdue. They know that's going to take extra long because it's busy getting calculated because they didn't know they needed to calculate it before. Anyway, different show. Now, when it comes to this back pay, this 50% payment that they're owed, because remember Minister Duran had given them just before elections, and then he became the highest.
I hope they don't try that stunt again this
time.
time.
No. They ain't doing that because the police officers get a little bit more smarter this time, I hope. So, now that instead of the police union decided to hire a lawyer. And the lawyer is Cormex. So Cormex told them, listen, we tired of all you talking. We don't want to hear no story anymore about calculation and where it is and where it's at. We need to start to see results. So we giving you, at the beginning of March, he held a press conference and he said, we're giving you until the 15th of March to pay us the 50% you owe since 2020. We don't care how you do it, but by the 15th, we want it. The Minister of Justice response, or I should say the International Women's Awardee of the Wix to PSU, decided to answer back to Cormex and say, we're going to give you a letter with the position that you're supposed to have and also the amount that you're supposed to get. And if you have any emails, WhatsApp messages, or any eagles and alls with messages that state that you're in the position that you're in, you can always send it into my cabinet and then we can fix it up a little bit so that we on the same page. So Cormex said, no, we give you until the 15th, otherwise we going on strike, go slow, whatever you might call it. On the 14th or the 13th, the top officials went and run to the governor, beg, and say, hey, please, we can't afford to go slow now. We're going to make sure we do this right. Give us until the end of March. Cormex said, okay. Police officer get vexed, but they say, okay, until the end of the month. Earl, it is the end of the month. They don't care whether it's carnival or not.
I see so.
Don't make promises that you can't keep. And that has been the problem with the Minister of Justice from the onset, because she wants to do things correctly, Elaine. However, at the end of the day, people are just going to go based on what you tell them. So if you're going to say by the end of the first quarter, okay. You don't say it's at the beginning of March? Okay, end of March, no problem. So now, month end reach, Earl. So when April come, what are you going to do? You're going to come back to me and give me another story? Come on, Earl.
I understand, and it's a sad state of the country, and this is why it's very important, St. Martin, to make sure that we understand where we at. You understand? This is not no games, man. Politics, everybody want to be a politician. Again, I commend anybody for postulating themselves who think they could, assume the highest position in my country. But it's a serious business, and these are the kind of, because even the license plate getting wrong, a permanent license plate, that's the first thing you're supposed to make sure. You're supposed to ensure that the numbers are actually correct, the size of the numbers that's the first thing you're supposed to make sure, because it's permanent. So you can't let that can't be the last thing you check for. So again, these are the, and then we gotta get it fixed. Go charge the taxpayers more money to get it fixed. Like it coming from free, and they don't have no foresight or no wherewithal or no business sense to actually partner up with some kind of business so they could help sponsor or cut some kind of cost or give some kind of, you know what I'm saying? This is what
this license plate is brought to you by Nagico. Just have a Nagico logo on top of the license plate?
Why not?
Hell no. No.
But instead
No.
they would have a free content.
Too much. That's way too much.
But it helps cut costs. It helps cut costs. It's about, again, business sense is about cut costs.
It's government responsibility.
It's called private public sector relationships.
Oh, Earl, please. The government has a responsibility to fix the roads. Once we start this whole private partnership business, we're privatizing government work. Let me not do that.
But that's the case because Andrew.
There's government and there's private sector. Let me not mix them.
Okay, listen. Okay, in certain parts of the world, in New York, in Long Island, where my last resident was, we have homeowners association where we don't really rely on the government to fix no road. But okay, we in St. Martin, that's the way we do things, you understand? And we don't have, I'm saying that because we don't have that kind of responsible citizens to take responsibility for the whole road. You know, and try to make it manner. We have what do you call the man who fix the road? He was
what your name is?
You understand?
Yes.
But Tommy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tommy. He needs to be awarded. Outside.
He stands in the middle of the road every day. He gets rewarded.
You know, and I appreciate him for at least setting a trend of what one person or one civil servant or one activist.
He's not a civil servant.
Well, I mean, he might as well be. Or one civilian is the word I'm using. Yes. My fault.
Yes.
One civilian who's responsible enough to understand that he can make a difference and actually goes about and does it. You know. So
you know what he does with them? Anyway, continue. Go ahead.
See, this is what I'm saying, Andrew. This is what I'm saying. But I'm glad you brought.
I'm being serious.
No, I'm glad you brought us there. You know what I'm saying? And because does that really and truly? No, seriously. If that's a matter for you, that really and truly overshadows the fact that he actually does a great job and fixes the road for you.
No, it was a joke. Earl, lighten up. It's Polotricks Tuesday.
You know,
all right.
No, but that's exactly what's going on with the same MP Brison. You know what I'm saying? Because we getting a lot of flack for that, for stating the record that.
No, you see, people tend to always use their emotion.
Or their personal hate, or their personal, you know what I'm saying, to find an angle to tie somebody.
Like, I ain't in that. I ain't in that at all.
But then things it justifies or discredits the person's work or the workload.
No, and that's why they have shows like these that make sure that we keep people on track instead of throwing smoke screens and just nastiness, and this is coming from somebody who bashes people on a daily basis, but I don't do it to a point whereby, it has to be so degrading.
No, you don't do it personal. You don't make personal attacks.
Yeah,
you always
it's about the office holder.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you just like me. We're always on topic. Like when I'm debating with somebody on social media or debating with someone in real life, I'm on topic. And then when they go off a topic, I be like, but where you going with? And I'm like, oh, okay. Then you're getting emotional. You're getting personal.
The moment and listen to this.
You actually hate the man. Like you actually hate the man. You actually hate me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I could see it coming. I could see.
Yeah. And then the most loving part is that you get called a cheerleader, or you get called a fan, or you get called an AC or whatever, because you don't agree with them. And if you don't agree with them, then they have to go personal, because that's the only way they can go. But then they start to go like, Andrew, remember when you was walking the road? And they're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What does it have to do with
correct.
MP?
Yeah.
We're talking about, so wait, I was credible before, but no, I'm not. Which one is it? What we doing?
Oh yeah, because
like that's how they like to. They like to go low. But I don't really pay attention to that, because I always say that the political holders, they know what they sign up for. They know.
When you put yourself in a public appearance, you have to constructive criticism comes out quickly. Constructive or not comes with it.
Especially aspiring politicians. Let me give a disclaimer to the upcoming politicians, and this is very important for them to know, because they want to be a politician. So they want to be on a political list. They postulated themselves to hold public office and become a parliamentarian. Understand that once you postulate yourself, you have to go through what we call the ringer. So people will always question what you've done, what you
your intentions, what you do. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and also your baggage. All your baggage. So stop thinking that because you have your own platform, because that's what we call it these days, you have a Facebook page, so now it's a platform, or you have your own cheerleaders. I get to use their own words.
Yeah.
Not because you have your own cheerleaders means that you are not going to get through the ringer. We don't care. Once you are a person vying for public office, we can literally talk about what you've done for the community or what you haven't done for the
Or what
community.
make you feel like you could do these kind of things? The passionate yourself to begin with in the first place. That's why I want to start it. And Mr. Ortega can't reach it because he knew what the deal was.
I want everybody to know that you have a right to speak and say what you want on your Facebook page, on your platform, whatever. But when it comes to, you know, the big leagues, this is what I call the big leagues. There's nobody off limits. You know, and many times people, you know, from last week's show, I heard some people tell me, you know, the way you announced that MP Brison was arrested, it sounded like you were upset, or it sounded like it was rough for you. And my response to that person was, you wanted me to tap dance? What? You know, it's not a secret that I know MP Brison. So hello.
Yeah,
like Google Archives.
You're supposed to join their hate. You know, they hate parties in St. Man. They recruit other haters to hate on you just for hating on your sake. You understand? So because yes, he get locked up. You know what I'm saying? But you're supposed to hate on. You're supposed to rejoice. You're supposed to sing the praises and
yes. He get locked up.
Yeah, and
one for St. Martin.
Yeah, man.
You go win now. You go in office now.
Yes.
Because he get locked up.
Oh yes.
You stop it, man. Stop with that petty shit.
And that's a low level of vibration, and that's what I'm trying to, and that's why I do not try to associate myself from. I try to turn away from those kind of things because that's running rampant. Again, we sat here and we were shocked that he was released Saturday. We stated the facts. The prosecutor made a mistake by releasing him on Saturday. If that's the case, if they had anything credible, everybody who's of some kind of intelligence with the court system, they understood what we said and they know that. You still thinking we're trying to do what?
Oh, smoke screen, trying to change the narrative. And I was like, wait, what? So he's not out of jail? What you want?
No, it's like I stood here and I the first two I stood here and I started by commending the honorable minister, the hardest working minister ever. You know what I'm saying? The minister of everything. You know, and the saddest part about that is that the same prosecutors held his paperwork up, held him, Andrew, held him for 2 years, damn it, 2 years, because he was supposed to be he's supposed, because he can't change, because he can't do right. He can't, I really mean what he says when he took his oath to do the benefit for the Samaritan and give to the community Samaritan and work on the back. No, he can't do that. He must be who he be until he die, and he can never decide to change or grow up or learn from his mistakes or mature or nothing. And that's the problem with St. Martin. They can't move on when you move on. And that's why I was going to keep reinventing. I want to be in front of your face all the while. You know what I'm saying? So
the minister of everything.
Adjust that.
Make sure, you know, put everybody in their place by singing on the carnival truck this year again. Release songs like normal. Just like, yes, I'm the minister of health, but walk up till you broke up, walk up till you broke up, walk up till you broke up.
No, but I'm so happy because I'm so happy about that, and I'm so happy that he's comfortable in being himself because nothing is wrong with that, you know. And you know, I was one of the persons that was big on encouraging him to continue to wear the Yankees hat.
I wasn't though. I wasn't.
To continue to wear the Yankees hat because there's nothing wrong with
I do not agree with my minister of health, whoever that minister is, or any minister in government, to continue their past life before taking public office. I find that public office should be public office.
If it's not,
you don't be a singer. You can't be a singer and you can't be a singer and a politician.
No, as long as
I never agree with him, and he knows this. I always told him no.
I know, but as long as your past life does not interfere or affect your current working or your job function,
and he had
what
good arguments.
matter?
He was like, "Father, it was a Saturday. I don't work on Saturdays. You go." And I was like, "Yeah, but."
But we gotta stop that, man. I mean, that's we gotta stop that.
Yeah.
We gotta stop trying to like put people in boxes and then not give
them. Don't go in the box. Don't become a politician if you're not going to be a politician.
But his politician, but him as a politician is immaculate. He's a role model politician, Andrew Dick. He's a role model politician.
Earl, let's not go too far now. Take it easy.
Bro, the work he has laid down is unmatched. And it will be unmatched for the next 20 years. I guarantee you that.
Earl, no, that's not
I guarantee you that.
Earl, no.
Bro, I wasn't even finished with the list. I wasn't even finished with the list. That's how I know. I wasn't even finished with the list, I knew. You didn't let me get me half. You didn't let me get me halfway. Eggs, people, don't forget the eggs. You didn't let me get me half. You didn't let me get halfway, Andrew. No, serious. You understand? So I could tell you from a knowledgeable standpoint of all that he has done. Not from something like some hearsay, like, okay, what all he do? And my memory is not short term, so I don't really kind of forget. So, and I'm saying this in a manner.
Bend down, pick up the puppy.
You know, he passed that stage already. Keep up with him. Keep up with his development, his maturity. He passed that already. No, Canada gonna always be his baby. Understand what he's talking about? Okay? And this is what I'm saying, St. Martin. We can't keep putting somebody 5 years behind who don't have evolved, and you blatantly trying to cover your eyes from his growth.
Stick to
politics. You blatantly trying to say that he ain't growing, he ain't maturing.
Back to being a band leader.
You can't tell me that, man. You can't.
Don't go back to being a band leader. I don't agree with that.
I ain't with that.
Politics Tuesday. Let's take a commercial break, but we come back.
Yeah, take a commercial, man.
We gotta come back because I gotta set Earl straight.
You gotta grow up.
I gotta set Earl straight.
You and the rest of the Martin people, you gotta grow up.
Never. We'll be back.
The Switch. Get faster internet for less.
Polotricks Tuesday, back again, and hopefully Earl grew a little bit.
No, I talk about I got to grow up, Andrew. It's to a point now where I got to grow up. Even with the yesterday, you said something wonderful on the budget debate, Andrew.
Oh. Yeah,
they got to grow. This is what I'm talking about. They got to grow up. You understand? How you going to vote? Beautiful point you made. How are you going to vote yes for the amendments or the parts of amendments for the budget, which means you support the causes and support the work of the budget, and then turn around and vote no for the entire budget?
Listen, the only person that I respected out of the whole meeting from the opposition was Savage Chris. You know why? Because he was at least a coward to walk out of the building, walk out of the room
after the
when the amendments for the kids and the promotion and also for vocational school and all those emotional amendments that were presented by his colleagues, nobody could say Chris voted against them. So, and then for the budget now, he came back and he was like, no, you gotta respect that.
Yeah, I mean,
but as far as the other politicians,
the rest of them, bro, no man, you can't say you approve the move that shout out to Angelique Ramon because she doing more. I can't believe she actually, I was when listening, and the thing about listening to the debates at Parliament, the only thing I hear, the only person name I just hear with amendments or with kind of is MP Brison. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear somebody else's name, I say, oh God, somebody else actually trying to work and trying to do the work. I'm like, wow, Angelique Ramon actually. wow, she actually come up and do the work. Like, she actually legislated something. So when I heard what she did, I'm like, wow, congrats. You know what I'm saying? I have to give her, I always try to give jacket. I'm not a hater, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm a retaliator, but I'm not a hater. You understand? I don't initiate it first. And I gave her a jacket because I was amazed to see that she actually thought about education. I'm highly educated, Andrew. They know and I owe my success in my way of being to being highly educated, and I'm all for education. You know, and to see that she was with it and for the education, I'm like, wow, like we really and truly have to focus on what we're doing with the money too, and to see that she was part of it. The people voted yes. They agree with her. Yes, we need to make sure we save the education, have put the money, the 50,000 to make it at 125, 175 for the back program to make sure that, and then turn around and then I was
voted against it.
But unbeknown to me, because it was the first parliament meeting I don't really take money. I don't really take a mean take money. You know what I'm saying? My life is I don't put, you know what I'm saying? But it was because it's budget debate, so I got to see what's going on. I started to get content for today. Andrew, my hands started to shake because I heard the against. I thought it wasn't going to make it. I said, but why God, my team will make it, man? What is this? I couldn't believe it. It passed by 8-7.
8-7, yeah. Again, no, it shows. No, okay. So let me put it into perspective. Let's remember that they have a coalition. They have a coalition of 8, and that's why the meeting was able to continue, no matter whether the opposition shows up or not. That's the whole idea of having a majority.
But you never know. Sometimes I see Shannon, and sometimes I wonder about Shannon and O'Neill, and they manage to go left, go right. You know, you never know what they are on certain days, and you got to watch them go there.
Shannon and Akeem.
What?
You said the wrong name.
What said
you? You said O'Neill.
What? It's the same. Yeah, I know what.
No, it's not the same thing.
I know what I'm saying, man. I know what, Andrew, I know what I'm saying, man. You make me feel like I say something, but I know what I'm saying.
Stop it.
But anyway, so my heart beat me because I'm like, oh my God. Here they're gonna take politics and the lack of immaturity to really try to sink the country. We have CFT waiting for us to approve. We got that. Like, you really and truly want to sabotage the country just to make a political stance and and this is what they do
it's called
over
opposition.
and
It's
over.
called opposition.
But this is what they do. But then you just voted in the people's face. You just voted yes. You approved it. Some of them motivated it too. Motivated the vote and still turn around and vote no.
Yeah. It's almost as surprising as
Bro, that's why I realize why I don't watch why I don't watch them, because that's worse than Days of Our Lives and you know that was then soap opera, brother.
Operas, yeah. The PFP, for example, have started their they wear as social media campaigns, and there's one that they made that they sent out yesterday concerning tax reform, and it had MP Ludmilla De Weaver and another candidate from the PFP. And for the life of me, I couldn't stop laughing because I was saying to myself, so all this time, she had all these ideas of working together because they're going to put a working group together to study on how to do taxes or fix taxes.
Tax reform.
Tax reform or something like that.
We need to reinvent the wheel instead of trying to figure out exactly what also works for other places.
At least she get the eureka moment now.
Yeah.
She did it now.
Okay.
After being in office for 3.5 years, and I guess she's going to say that's why she left, because they wasn't listening to her and PFP listening to her, so that's why they're doing it together. Kumbaya.
So she the saving now, PFP, she come with the ideas that they ain't got no ideas, they had no idea, they didn't know what they were doing.
I just hope.
They didn't know what she was doing before she.
I guess not, and I hope that maybe the MP De Weaver would come with a law initiative, or the PFP, Melissa Gomes. That's it. That's the only two PFP members that actually exist in Parliament. Those two at least come with an initiative or amendment or something to Parliament now, instead of waiting for you to get elected.
No, man, it's politics. So politics is going on, you understand? And I'm going to go on record now, man, and I'm going to give some predictions, Andrew, Dick, thanks for the correction, because we have a 3-party government, and this is our system from now on, man. I don't, normally in elections we had a 1-party government, SP, I think, or somebody like that would just win.
It was a long time ago, but no, I like
and then we moved on to a 2-party government. But now where we at, man, we going back. We're going to have a 3-party coalition, 4-party coalition. this election going to be one, a minimum 3-party, 4-party coalition. Minimum.
Earl. So you don't believe that one party going to win it all?
Nah.
What are you talking about?
Because
My prediction is 8 seats for PFP. For sure. They're getting 8 seats.
they got 8 candidates. That's the first thing you got to ask yourself. They got 8 candidates. The last time how many they had? And this is what I'm talking about.
They had
now.
8.
They had, you know?
Yeah, not 8. Or 7. 8 or 7. In any case, no, I was joking. That's not my prediction, by the way.
And the seats gone up 2 seats, you understand? So majority now is what?
Maybe they're going up to 2 seats.
Nah, it
They're not
gone up
sure.
already. No, it gone up already.
No, they're not sure.
How you mean they're not sure?
They're not sure.
How are they going to retract that now?
Because the Prime Minister said that after she finds out, they have to basically clean out the voters registry.
They did that already, 3,000 and something. 3,000, well, the voter, well, that was the registry. That was
Yeah,
not
the
voter.
registry. So
They did that already?
Yeah, no, and they ain't make the announcement yet because in the Parliament meeting, she said that as soon as she knows, Parliament going to know whether we're going to go up to 17 seats or not. That's one of the questions we ask her almost every week at the press briefing, and every week is the same damn answer.
But but we have a 3-party government now, you know, even though they hijack USB seats, they're still USB seats, eh?
Yeah.
So USB in government.
But you
in
can say
majority.
4 because then you have to
You're
call
speaking-
Akeem also, but National Alliance up, and then you have USP, and then you have, of course, the independent member, Akeem Arinel. So that's the government we have now. But understand that after this, the absolving of number of candidates is also interesting.
Yeah, and
to
they
look at.
and they everywhere because I went, you know, and there's certain let's get serious, Matthew. You know what I'm saying? We are island of families. I'm a Levant. All the Levants on the island, if they name a Levant, they related to me in some way, form, or fashion. They will tell you that I love my family to death. You know what I'm saying? We don't always agree, we don't always get along, but at least you know what I'm saying. We know when it comes time to come together. We know who we are. We know we are family. You know.
Okay.
But when I see some families split up, you know what I'm saying? I would never thought some would go over here to PFP, some would go over here to DP, some would stay there on
Yeah,
up.
because we
When
don't-
you see that dynamics of the voters base really and truly separated, you know, normally, you know, you could see some like 2 or 3 of them on the same party.
Well, I'm
you know,
happy for that.
You know,
I'm happy for that because we have to get away from this family thing and
No,
go
but-
based on the candidates.
I totally agree with you, and that's what I'm saying. So that's the point of where the vote's going to be split up. You know what I'm saying? A household now might not be
Together.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
the wife might go. The wife might be voting this way. The husband might be voting that. This is what I'm saying. So to guarantee a household vote of 4, 5, 6 more, like back in the days, that campaign and that strategy is over with now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
so with that kind of projection or that kind of anticipation of split votes in a household, in a family, I have to say that for them to dominate one party means multiple families got to be in alliance. Multiple families. My household, my brother household, my brother house. You know what I'm saying? All of us got to be in agreement that we're going this way, like back in the days.
Yeah.
That's no longer the case, Andrew, and that is the problem. You understand?
Earl, do me a favor, please.
Tell me.
Can you turn around your paper and I want you to write down the following in this order. So, as far as parties is concerned, we have the National Alliance, right? That's number 1. Then we have the United People's Party. That's number 2. And this is order from the big to the small. Now, of course, after the United People's Party, then you have to go to PFP because they've grown. Then after PFP,
DP, right?
then you do the UD but /DP. So DP. Yeah, okay. So those are the parties that are currently represented in Parliament. Of course, then you have to write down the USP, who's also there with Chanel Brownville.
they ain't got no seat, yeah.
Even though they ain't got none, but they got it's a
Hijacking going on there.
hijacking.
They got to fix that. They got to fix that law there,
Yes.
man, because there's no way you get enough for somebody else and then got have a
unfortunately,
seat.
none of the members from the USP that were elected on the USP are not with the USP anymore. Do I need to say that again for you to understand?
Yeah, one
But
more time.
anyway,
Okay, got it.
none of the members who ran with the USP are with the USP anymore.
Wow.
Okay, then we have the No Party. So then we have the No, which is only independent member Christophe Emmanuel. All right, suspended member of Parliament Claudius Boncampo
But
is also
my
with
question
the
is,
No.
he's suspended. So if you get elected, he's still going to be suspended?
Yeah.
One more time for the people then. So he's suspended now.
Yeah.
If he get elected, he's still going to be suspended?
Yes. Until he wins or loses his case.
Come on, okay. Let it continue.
Let's continue. Okay, so after the no, then we have the USM. The USM is also there.
USRM, yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
And then-
They're looking solid.
Yes, and then you have, I don't know whether it's true or not, so I don't even want to say it, but let me just put it there. The Party for Justice.
What? What party for what justice? What party that? No, Andrew, I serious. You know, come on, man. who you talking about? Party for justice? This is the first time I'm hearing that.
Yes, that's the first time you hear that?
Yeah.
That's Mr. Brown Party.
No, man, no.
That's what I'm hearing. Write it down.
No, man.
The man have a Dutch passport. Stop it.
No, but you know what? I seen him and I asked him if he was serious. He told me, what do you mean? I have a Dutch passport. I said, Mr. Brown, are you serious though? He said, well, you know, do time. I said, all right.
He's keeping you in suspense.
I can wait for it.
He keeping you in suspense. So the Party for Justice. Justice for what? We don't know. I guess Mr. Brown going to let us know. Is there any other party that we're missing? Yes, the DP, yeah, the USP, the now the USM. Yeah, so how much parties we have? That's
8 so far, Andrew.
8.
And we don't know what else coming after that.
And we don't know what's coming because
That's what just now we know. That's what we know now.
yeah, that's what we don't know. Of course, you have some parties that were registered during the last elections, and that changed because PPA was also one of them. So I don't know whether they're going to come back or that Gracita Arenel is now with the USM, so they say. So that means that the PPA will not be contested. But you never know until postulation day. So at least you have your list. And you know what to look out for as far as the different candidates is concerned. Now, if you have to break down, for example, the parties who's trying to get into government, the candidates are very interesting. And I must say, for example, the National Alliance, they are getting some fresh blood mixed with some new blood.
But real quick, update on the Congress, bro. Let them know.
Oh yes, the 4th of June. They're doing
4th
the
of June?
Congress, yes, at the Bel Air Community Center. And they are going to be picking a leader.
I mean, but how much? No, you shocked me with that. And I asked you off air, and I'm going to ask you again on here. Andrew, were you serious when you list all those people and that was actually trying to compete for the leadership in NA?
There are a number of prominent members of parliament that are and ministers that want to become the leader of the party. Yes.
So okay. Now, what is your interpretation of that? If the whole of the party want to postulate, I think they could do a job as leadership. What I mean?
That everything is fine at home, and they are one, and that's actually the theme of the Congress. We are one. I kid you not.
Oh man. I wish, seriously, I wish National Alliance all the best.
And then for June, we have the United People's Party Congress. Finally, that's going to be taking place. That's going to be also interesting, where the leader, Brison, and the deputy leader, Minister of Everything, will be officially installed again as their positions or not. You never know. And then we have the PFP. We know that's staying. They ain't doing no Congress, I guess. I doubt it. I don't know why. Whatever. I guess with the new additions of Ludmina, the Weaver, they're cool. And then we have the DP. Yes, DP. We know Krisha Helaga Martin, number 2. Number 1, we have Sarah Westcott Williams. And then, of course, they say they are not ruling out any other candidates because they don't have none. I just joking. They said they want to bring it closer to the people when the time is due.
But at the end of the day, what's going to really was, and again, because again, we are basically topic oriented, and I'm going to prepare y'all because I'm looking at manifestos, I'm looking at what you're coming with, I'm looking at what you do, what you was doing before that made you even qualified to even come with this. So you can't tell me you've been a baker all your life and you're going to tell me how to do bypass heart surgery, or you come with bypass heart surgery for the hospital.
Have respect for the baker. We have a baker as Minister of Education, Culture, Youth and Sports right now, partner.
And no wonder it in the situation or the state it is right now,
Listen,
Andrew.
stop it.
Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that so much.
The USP is another party that I think is going to have a hard time. Why I say that? Again, nothing personal. The leader has never ran on a political list before. Ms. Pamela Gordon Carty, she was a minister picked by USP a couple of years ago. However, this time is a first stint as leader of the party. They have a bunch of new candidates. And of course, they have the loudest mouth from the USP, Gromiko Wilson, that is saying that he's running on the party. I don't know if that's going to help them or not, but...
Again, I got to see manifestos and what you're coming with to better the country as a whole. And it has to be realistic. We're not doing no politics because this is what we're here for. We're here to call it politics.
You know, he'd rather call people crackhead than tell
actually
people...
come with what to do, solution to what he can better the country with, how we're going to enforce. Because I'm here for that. I'm here for that, Andrew, because that's what I'm about.
I was watching his live the other day, and I was like, and he was trying to explain something in politics with one of the laws, and then he was like, 1 minute.
So he ain't really a master of the craft. He ain't really got to do it now. And he ain't really saying he, you know what I'm talking about? Because you reference or you quote when you refer, but you to go and read it again to illiterate to get it back in to try to see if you could no, then
just having some audio problems. Hold on, I come in.
You know, but they got time. You know, we are ahead of our time. You know, and this is why I like this Polotricks shows only once a week for Tuesday because I can't talk politics all day, bro. I have other things to do, other things more important than person at hand, matter to take care of. You know, we have a country still to run. Besides the fact that
how the hell you just could say that when I talk politics every day, though?
I mean, that's you, Andrew. That's and I patch on the back. I got patch on the back. You know what I'm saying? I got patch on the back. No, it's bro.
I can't talk politics every day.
I got patch on the back, Andrew. You know what I'm saying? Because whoa, bro. You know what I'm saying? I give it to you because you just show up and show up for us. You are one of the main. You're one of the main platforms that you do utilize for factual and informative information. I could always count on you to be on the ball, Andrew. So I appreciate, seriously, I appreciate you for that.
Thank you, thank you, Earl. So, all right, so you heard from the USP, then we just go down quick. The Now Party, of course, they started hot, and then they went cold. I don't know why. I guess Earl asked.
No, because I tell them because again everybody start to understand that there's a time and place for that. This ain't the time and place. We're going into carnival now. We got the police officers up first. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Are you? There's a time and place for you.
So after carnival, you think we're gonna heat up again?
And it would be wise, you understand, to utilize carnival as a place of socializing. I want to see all of you out there. You come up to me, talk to me, schedule our interview. Let's use carnival as a time to come together. Let's rub elbows, mingle. You know what I'm saying, and celebrate our local cultural festival because. We at one point in time, looking back at the pandemic, we didn't thought we were going to have one, you know what I'm saying? And then I never thought we would have one so freely where we could get back to enjoying, you know what I'm saying, each other, you know? I had my brother just now tell my brother come down so we could walk up on some boomsy. Long time we walk up on no boomsy. And I'm like, why, for real? And long time we ain't even jam up on nothing, eh? So we're going to look forward to enjoying our carnival, our style, people. You know, have a good time, be safe with your family and your friends. But there's a time and place for that. So I appreciate all of the parties, them too, that understood that y'all overwhelm or you don't overwhelm us or y'all way too early. We went too early with that.
Time and place for everything.
You understand?
The USM party, of course, by Dr. Luke Mercelina, is still keeping the momentum. They started, they have a radio program, they have different platforms.
Yeah, and slowly but surely they're showing
they're informing people. So
that come, yeah, man.
And they started very early. They started from 2021, and that's before we even thought of having elections. So
right.
They started very early.
It's only the big parties who are familiar with the run of it knows that they don't make no, this coming out so early is really ain't no difference of coming out early, coming out when and on time. You understand? As long as you're ready.
And then the Party for Justice, I'll leave that for Earl.
Mr. Brown, I would really and truly hope that you really and truly consider this, because it's not a joke. Again, this is not no get rich quick scheme. Back in the days, a lot of times we had people from Santo Domingo or Haiti would come here. They would work hard, send their money back. They make their living here, but they know where their life is going to be made. St. Martin has to but why St. Martin can't make a life of living here? So when you come here and you think you could just run into what we call our highest positions of our country, and because I understand that we have taken it for a joke for a long time, we have not understood the seriousness of those positions, and we just let anybody, and But now as the world
we
has...
got an Indian as the president of parliament. Stop. So it's not necessarily means that people come here. They do their community service. They do their contribution to the society. So don't make it sound as if they came here
they better. And this is what I'm saying.
Okay,
they better.
I like
No,
it.
they
Okay.
better.
All right.
And some of them I ain't see them yet, but I come in because our local festivities, and I ain't want to hear no no's. This is not a point in time where you actually try to look back to try to make some money. This is a cultural festival where you actually try to give back and tell the people, thank you for allowing us to develop and live a good life here, and say, man, this is different. This is what I'm saying by, and thank you for bringing me to this point, Andrew. This is the first thing I want to say. The first show, who's your local role model? Do you even have one? Yeah, you look at your face. That's a question that, you know what I'm saying? And let me help you out. A lot of people would say Claude Wate. And I don't.
No, I didn't know. I don't know him. I know of him, but
someone said Theo Hoyligo. I say, no, seriously, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people did, because those are some people that we have known that did things for St. Martin, and people still say, people when you ask people what you think about Theo, although he thief, this is the famous line. Although he thief, he always did.
St. Martin, you got long.
No, I love us, bro, because we real. You know what I'm saying? Although he thief, I got the finish, Andrew. At least he do things for us. You can see the things he do for us. Although he thief. Understand? That's a sentence that they tell me one. That's the majority of the sentence. Theo, although he thief. In St. Martin we are, and I just say.
But I guess
what you gonna say to that?
I guess it's gonna be the same thing for Brison. They're gonna be like, he was arrested, but he brought the most legislation, and he passed the budget, and he kept this government alive for 4 years.
Well, which allows the stability of the country to be even taken seriously. Which again, because dropping government and we have that syndrome. It's like when you get beat every day, you get beat for this, you get beat for that, you get beat for the third. That's the only thing you expect as a reward is to get beat. So when the people then was talking seriously, say, man, I'm very proud of us for making this 4 years. We're now not considered a joke no more on the world international scale, okay? They don't look at us and say, them people trying to play government. They don't understand.
13 years.
Yeah, they're trying to play.
13 years,
They're playing like the government, but they ain't no real government. They can't say that no more.
All right, that does it for our Polotricks for today. Final words there, Earl.
No, I mean, only the police I got to talk. This is only the police I need to talk. No, seriously, Andrew.
They ain't letting go.
I take my time. No, seriously. I want to say on behalf of the Seman people that that we are really and truly we with No, seriously. No, I'm really laughing, man. No, you have hit the right strings. I have said the right things. I have, what I'm saying? I have motivated the right causes. We with but you got to give us this, and then it's gonna be up to us, and we're gonna be with Aya after that. Seriously, because this is the only way we're gonna change things. We have to come together on common grounds and give and take at certain times to make sure that we both live wholesome on this lovely, beautiful island we share and we call home with each other.
Stick to your guns. They had a 15
Andrew,
at the end of the month.
No, Andrew, stop
you
it.
do what you have to do.
No, Andrew, stop it.
Get your money.
Nah, the money. And at some point in time, St. Martin, I understand it's about the money. I understand we need money today.
Yes, it is.
You understand, but
Point blank.
But this
That's
is,
it.
But this is again our cultural biggest.
Didn't know it was coming. It's come every
local
April.
Festival.
All right. Thank you so much for watching.
We cannot do it without you, the police. We can't do it without
See
you, the
you
police.
next week.
Police, we can't do it without you, the police. Please.
Bye-bye.
We can't do it. Please.
Stop begging police.
No, because we can't.
Stop it.
We can't do it without them.
Bye-bye.
No, we can't. Andrew, we can't do it without them. I can't even understand that we can't do it without them, Andrew. We can't do it without them. Please, police, you hold us down. You hold us down this time.
At SXM, we're taking travel and tourism to new heights. Here we boast spacious check-in areas, 10 passport control points, comfortable departure lounges, and finally, there's an airport in the Caribbean that takes your travel plans as seriously as you do. Princess Juliana International Airport.